Welcome back to Life's Deceit podcast with me, your girl, Jen Simpson. I hope you're having an amazing morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic week. I hope that you guys are continuing to pour into yourselves first, and then whatever is spilled over will flow onto everybody else. I hope that you guys are doing amazing and just feeling blessed and amazed by who you are and honoring who you are. Thank you so much to my subscribers who are continuing to help me build up the Life's Deceit platform. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for the new followers. Thank you for the new listeners. I appreciate you guys, and as much as I appreciate you guys, I hope that you guys are enjoying the videos. Tell me anything you guys would love to see me do, any new ideas, any episodes you would like to see. If you have questions, if you have things that you want to talk about, leave it in the comment below or send me a direct message. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to connect with you guys. Join the Facebook platform. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe. Share it with a friend, a family member. I would love to hear feedback from each and every one of you. Guys, for those of you who are not familiar with me, I'm your host, Jen Simpson. Last week, you heard a powerful conversation, a conversation that cracked open layers of truth with Nabby Bliss. It wasn't just an interview, it was a mirror. This season's theme is breaking generational cycles in the lifestyle. For you, that is breaking what you call the unlovable and unworthy curse. Can you unpack that for us? What that means and how it shows up in your lives?
Yeah, so I went over this a little bit before, but basically what that is being constantly at war with yourself, right? Because being worthy, being confident, being lovable is being at peace with yourself. That's how I describe it, right? So you're not fighting against yourself at all times, that you are able to show up in this peace within yourself, that you're able to have this neutrality, and then you can focus on moments that are in front of you, that are unfolding, because instead of fighting yourself in those moments, because when you feel unworthy, when you feel so deeply unloved, you're missing your life. Because in those moments where you could be present, you're not present, because instead you're thinking about yourself and how terrible you are and how worthless you are, that you're missing the things that are happening right in front of you. And when you can step into that confidence, that worthiness, that peace, now you can actually start to show up and be present for your life.
For many of you, it stirred up something inside of you that you couldn't really put your finger on. Something you couldn't quite put into words. Something that just was bubbling up on the inside of you that you were thinking about. You were stripping away the layers, thinking about your own life and the things that you've experienced, you have gone through, things that you needed to really go back to and digest and strip away the layers and analyze. Today, I want to sit with you. I want us to go back to that space. Just me and you, no filters, no fillers, no noise, just the truth, just me and you. I'm thinking about it now, and I want to refer to this as, you know, those Netflix series, those scenes on Netflix where a character finally stands in front of the mirror. They're standing in front of the mirror and the music starts to swell. The music is just rising. The music is getting louder. It's getting more intense. And you can feel their whole life flashing in front of them. They can feel it and they know something's about to happen. And in that moment, they decide. They choose to no longer carry the lies, the shame, the mask. It's kind of like that. You ever stand in front of the mirrors and you just decide, okay, well, this is my decision and this is my choice and I'm going to activate. No more lies, no more shame, no more mask. That's the moment I want for you. That's the moment I want you to think about right now and be in that space. A transformation for you. You don't just watch one scene but one you live right here, right now. Because your story doesn't need to stay stuck in the shadows. It doesn't need to be tucked away as some best kept secret. Your pain doesn't need to be the chain that holds you hostage, that keeps you a prisoner. You are allowed to stop replaying the same script of betrayal, the same script of heartbreak, the same script of silence. You are allowed, and you are absolutely allowed to give yourself permission to step into your own plot twist. Your twist where you become the hero who saves yourself, the hero who gives yourself a hug, pours love into you, speaks power words into yourself. I want you to breathe for this. Breathe with me and repeat these words. You are not broken. You are not unworthy. You are not too late to begin again. I'm not too late to begin again. I am worthy. The truth you've been hiding behind your lips, the tears you swallowed in the dark, they are not your weakness. They are not my weakness. Say it. They are not my weakness. They are my awakening. And here's the thing, healing doesn't happen in one big scene. It happens in moments of small, trembling, courageous steps that add up to a life reborn. Today, I invite you and I challenge you to let your heart whisper louder than those fears that were planted on you. Let your truth finally find its own voice. And seriously, if you've been walking this journey with me through the Life Deceits platform, the Mere Method, through the podcast, our community, the community that we're building on Facebook, you already know this already. And you remember, this isn't just about us listening. This is about us living unapologetically, living healed, living free, living without those burdens and what people told us, but living as you authentically in your truth. And before I let you guys go, don't forget our shoes giveaway. This giveaway is still happening. It's still going on. It's not closed. This giveaway isn't just about sneakers or heels. It's about walking forward, just like we're talking about right now. Literally into a new season of your life. These shoes will represent you taking a new step, a new leaf, a new walk, a new stomp. If you haven't entered yet, check the link in the show notes below or on Instagram. Visit Life's Deceits Podcasts. Visit TikTok. Visit Facebook. Because I want you to know that sometimes the right step forward begins with just shoes, just the pair of shoes that you have, or a new pair that I'll be giving away. And I don't want you to ever forget this. Your story matters, your truth matters, you matter, and you are loved. And this is your moment to rise. This is your moment to step into your calling. This is your moment to embrace who you are, embrace the things that you are called to do. Keep facing the mirror and keep choosing your truth. You have to keep choosing yourself over and over and over and over and over and over again. It doesn't matter who chooses you. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what you went through. It doesn't matter what narrative they want to tell. It doesn't matter if they want to believe you or not. It doesn't matter if they try to pick apart every part of your story and try to glue it together and say, well, this doesn't belong here. That doesn't sound right. Well, that couldn't be. It doesn't matter if they try to do the math and the calculations and paste different things to you. The only thing that matters is how you feel about yourself. What is your truth? What is the life that you're trying to create for yourself? And the moment you stop attaching yourself to other people's beliefs and their narratives that they have instilled in your mind, so you believe that, yes, this is who I am. You are who God called you to be. You are not what people say that you are. And you have to know that for yourself. We can preach it all day. I can preach it all day. I can beat it in you. I can come to your house. I could sit on your bed. I could be right there with you, one on one, holding your hand and beating in you. You are worthy. You are loved. You are valued. You are capable. You are honorable. You are beautiful. You are divine. You are capable. I could beat all these words in you. But there comes a time when the noise goes out and you're all alone. You're by yourself. Jen Simpson won't be there. Your aunts and uncles won't be there. Sisters and brothers won't be there. Mom and dad won't be there. Kids won't be there. It will just be you alone in that space. And you will have to come against imposter syndrome, the lies that were planted on you, the lies that you believed. You have to come against your traumas. You have to come against your fears. You have to come against the doubts. You have to come against all of it and speak against it and speak of who you know that God called you to be. You will have to face those, and you will have to open your eyes and see you for who you are. You will have to one day stand in that mirror and see every flaw, every beautiful piece, every piece that God has designed, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, to your eyebrows, your eyes, your nose, your lips, your teeth, your ears, the palms of your hands, the soles of your feet, your heart, and who you truly are. Healing is not something that we just wake up and do. Okay, I'm going to heal. It's a decision. And sometimes that decision takes a while. It takes days, it takes months, it takes years sometimes. And when you make that decision, it's not an overnight process. It doesn't just happen overnight where I'm healed. It's not magic, it's work. It is work that you continuously decide and choose to put into yourself because you are worthy of that work. You deserve to live a life that is whole and complete and that honors you and represents who you are. The decision's not easy to make. It's not easy at all. And I'll be the first to say, I'll be the first to admit, I'll be the first to admit and say, I was living in this lie. I was living with this mask affixed to my face. This, oh my gosh, okay, my hair is done. Oh my gosh, I'm beautiful. Oh my gosh, I have this beautiful body. I look good. People are looking at me. They're complimenting me. I'm successful. I have the luxury car. I have the career. I have the finance. I have the 7 figures, 6 figures, whatever it was. I had the children. I had the partner. But I made a ridiculous decision to turn off my own conscious mind and be disobedient to God's calling. I stopped myself from healing for years. I stopped myself from acknowledging that I was going through pain. I was suffering. No amount of money, no amount of gifts, no amount of clothing, no amount of children, no amount of money that I got could heal the inside roots when I was alone with my thoughts. Nothing could change that I was living in chaos in my head. But on the outside to everybody else, I had it all together. I was Janelle Simpson. I was the motivational person. I was the God-fearing woman. I was that friend that would show up. I was that friend that would always have a word for you. But nobody saw the inside and the rotting, the trauma that was rotting, the trauma that was turning, the trauma that was going bad. It's like you had um strawberries. You bring the strawberries home, and when you dig through the bottom, you start seeing mold. I know it's gross, but I've bought so many strawberries that look good, and I love strawberries, and I've brought them home. And as I'm going through the container, I'm taking out a strawberry. It's rotten. I'm like, so now when I go to the store, I open it and I check each strawberry. If it looks bad, I'm not buying it. Even if it's a little brown or something, I know that's it's probably gonna about to mold, right? And usually what grocery stores do is they will do something. I don't know if it's products that they spray on it or whatever they do. You guys may know better than me, and I don't want to quote wrong, but they spray something on it, some type of chemical to mask that mold so you don't see it. And you may not see it for a few days until maybe, or even after you ate it. But this is what I was doing. I was masking it so well. I was masking it, being nice because that's who I am. I was masking it by consuming myself with other people's traumas and pains and things that was going on in their life, and I just wanted to help them, be at their feet and serve them, and I wasn't serving myself. You can't serve everybody else and not serve yourself, because you will run dry. You will run out of fuel. At some point, the oil's going to burn out. And just like a car, what happens when the oil is finished and you keep driving and you know that the sticker said, hey, 105,000 kilometers, you need an oil change, but you keep driving saying, I'll just go 10,000 more kilometers. It'll be fine. Nothing will happen. What happens is it burns out and you can blow your engine. I've done that before. I remember I had an X3 car, X3 BMW, if you guys don't know that vehicle, and I needed an oil change. And I did not know, because at that time, there was so much going on in my life. And this analogy, you'll understand why I'm even telling you this. But I had the BMW X3 and I was driving it, and there's so much going on in my life. I was working a full-time job. I was pregnant with Leia, and I had Rashawn. And at the time, I was not in the right space. I was not in the right environment. I was living in chaos. I was frustrated. Things weren't going well with my partner. I wanted to run. I wanted to pack my bags and run. I wanted to move anywhere far from where I was and far from everybody else. I wanted to change my number. I wanted to just block everybody out of my life. I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to grab my children. I wanted to grab my son, because Leia wasn't born at the time. And I wanted to just run and nobody know where I am and just start a new life. And because of that chaos and everything that was happening in that season of my life, I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I needed an oil change. My oil was burning and the engine ended up blowing, and I destroyed a perfectly amazing vehicle. And this is what happens to us. We are human. We are not perfect. When we have so many chaos going on in our lives, we try to mask it. We try to cover it up, just like covering the mold. Psh, 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 psh. They add a couple spray drops, the mold is magically gone. Just like meat. The meat is bad. They dip it back into some chemical, some product, or blood of that meat, and it looks brand new again, like it's freshly cut. But we mask these things so well because we don't want people to judge us. We don't want people to know that, hey, guess what? I'm struggling. I'm fighting in the spirit. I'm fighting in the physical. I have problems at home with my partner. My kids aren't learning. My kids are struggling to learn. School is not listening to me when I said my child is having a problem. But life is happening so fast that we're moving with it, and we don't want to stop to face what we're going through. We don't want to stop to face our truth. We don't want to face what we're going through, because facing it means that we have to admit it. Admitting it means that we have to acknowledge it. Acknowledge it means that we have to now deal with it. And life is happening so fast and it's moving, and we're like, I don't have the moment to stop and think and do anything else. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. So we mask it. And then guess what? Just like my X3, the oil runs out. Our fuel, our energy runs out, and we burn ourselves out, and we cause more damage, just like I caused damage to my X3. I couldn't drive it anymore. The engine was blown. I had to get a new vehicle. And let me tell you something. It may sound so easy, like I'm saying I had to get a new vehicle, but getting a new vehicle wasn't easy, because that now costs money, time to go and search for a new one. And then it playing on my mind that, okay, you can't let this happen again. So what are you going to do differently to ensure that this doesn't happen again? What am I going to do? What's going to trigger me off to say, hey, pay attention. Take a deep breath. You cannot let this happen again. We have to be intuitive to our bodies. When something feels off, it's okay to take a moment and breathe, acknowledge yourself, deal with those emotions that are floating around, deal with those thoughts, deal with those traumas, those hidden secrets that we've been hiding. The only person that suffers from not healing, from not accepting, from not acknowledging, from not facing, from not dealing with is you. And it will show up in different aspects of your life that you may not even think about. It could show up in your relationship and you're wondering, okay, why am I always fighting? Why are we not getting along? Why are my kids not listening to me? What we hide on the inside and what we fail to confront will show up in different areas of our lives. No matter how much you run, you hide, you mask, you cover up, you spray something over it, you spray some perfume, it's still going to stink. You spray some chemicals on that fruit that already has mold, the mold's still going to show. And matter of fact, if you're eating food that has mold that you didn't see the mold, it could make you sick. And you will not know that why you're having that stomach ache, why you're feeling constantly nauseous, why you're having this headache, why parts of your body feels off, neurology, things aren't functioning well. You're not thinking about it because you bought fruits that had mold on it, but you couldn't see it. So that analogy goes to life, where if you have unhealed roots of you, those roots can show up in how we love ourselves, our children, our spouses, our family members, whoever's in our life. It can show up on how we treat them. It can show up on how we build our foundations as a family because you have not dealt with that thing from childhood. You have not dealt with that betrayal from your relationship. You have not dealt with that trauma of you dating men or women, whoever it is. And the relationships just went sour because they were always cheating and lying. And now when you're in a great relationship, you can't see that it's good because you haven't healed the trauma and the betrayal that you went through in your past. And now you're transferring that onto your current partner who's carrying this weight, this burden, this frustration, this anger of why can't you trust me? And you haven't opened up to your partner and let them know that guess what? I really love you. I want to be with you, but I have some unhealed roots on the inside, still there, living on the inside of me. I haven't faced it. I haven't acknowledged it. I haven't confronted it. And I haven't tried to get help. But I want to tell you about these things so you are aware. And if you're willing to be in a relationship with me, I'm going to work on myself. And I ask that you stand by me while I work on myself. I may need some therapy. I may weep sometimes. I just need you to stay quiet and just listen to me weep. I may vent. I may get angry at you sometimes. I may accuse you. And it's not right. But give me a moment to collect my thoughts, collect my emotions, and come back and apologize to you and talk you through those emotions that I was feeling and those triggers that were alarming why I accused you. Dealing with these things, choosing to be truthful and honest to yourself first is vital. It's important. It's what keeps us going. You want things to change in your life? It all starts here. And I had to realize that for myself. For years, I thought I was doing well. There was times where, and I'm saying this out loud, I'd never said it before, but we need to understand how we play a role in our own demise. We play a role sometimes in the things, and sometimes, yes, God's showing us things. And the convictions for us because we're not behaving right. And there's plenty of times where God has beaten me, whoosh, 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 and I know what I'm doing wrong. And it's time to fix it up. I didn't know how to handle friendships properly. I used to in the past, like years and years and years ago, friends would ask me to come out to parties, come out to events. And sometimes I would show up, and most of the times I would say that I'm going and I don't go. I would call and say, I'm not coming, I changed my mind. Or sometimes I wouldn't call. Was I wrong? Yes. Was it right? No. Was it hurtful to those people in my lives? Yes. But we have to understand that we can't be wrong and strong. And apologizing and acknowledging when you're right and when you're wrong is an act of strength. It's a first step to say, well, I know that I'm not living in my truth, but give me the opportunity to make things right and work on myself. And if I can't be my best version of myself for you now, I will kindly remove myself. But please, when I do return, I ask that you hear me out. You don't have to receive me back, but hear me out. And for me, not showing up for friends or back, and I used to back away if I was getting too close or I saw something that was triggering from my childhood because of the way that my mom dealt with her friendships, I would push back. I don't want to deal with it. No, 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 no. I'm not dealing with it because I've seen my mom do it and I'm going to reverse. I'm going to back that car up. I'm going to park and we're not going to talk anymore. But I've learned over the years not to allow the things that my mother did, the things that I seen, the things that I learned from her on how to do with relationships to define me and my relationship with the people that I'm building. I had to unlearn, I had to break away from the traumas that were passed on to me from my childhood, from my mother, so I could build healthy relationships, healthy friendships, a healthy community, a healthy circle. And that wasn't easy because sometimes I still see triggers, and we must be honest, where we're like, beep, 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 put the car in park. Do I run? Do I reverse and put the car in drive and don't look back? Or do I think? Do I process how I felt, how the person made me feel, and process my thought first and get my words together before I have a conversation and say, hey, this is what happened. This was the trigger. And maybe you meant it intentionally, maybe you didn't, but I'm working it out and I'm figuring out what it is. We have to learn how to communicate with ourselves. We have to learn to sit with ourselves in the quiet sometimes, even if you don't want to talk to yourself, but journal. Write down in your journal some thoughts. Sit with yourself. Turn off the cell phone. Turn off TikTok. Turn off Instagram. Turn off YouTube. Yes, turn me off. I don't want you to turn me off. I want you to subscribe and comment. But turn me off. Turn off the noise. Turn off the music. Turn off the children. Turn off your spouse. Turn off the world. Find a space for yourself and sit with your thoughts and communicate with yourself. When you learn to effectively communicate with yourself, you see things differently. Learn to communicate with yourselves. And if you learn how to communicate with yourself with love, grace, compassion, authenticity, and truth, you'll be able to do the same thing with others. So today, I'm challenging you to keep choosing truth. Keep choosing yourself. Keep choosing to show up for yourself boldly, authentically, honestly, and walk. Keep walking, even if they're baby steps, they will turn into big strides. Walk and keep walking and take a step. And if you need to take a step to the side, to your left, take a step to your right, take a step backwards, pause, stand still to deal with your emotions, do that. It is perfectly okay. You don't have to be perfect for anybody. You just have to be yourself. You just have to keep loving yourself, being truthful and honoring who you are. Your journey doesn't matter where you are in your life, but honoring it, honoring every single step, honoring every single moment, every hiccup, every moment where you have a reflection back on your own self or a traumatic event that just happens. Reflect on it. Write it down. Break it apart. Guys, seriously, take the time for yourself. Love on you despite what anybody has to say. Don't allow anybody to define you. You define yourself and who you are and what you want to be and who you want to be, who you want to be for yourself and to other people. Thank you for continuing to love you. Thank you for continuing to show up for you. Continue to join our community on Facebook. Continue to follow us on Instagram. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the comment, leave us a comment. I love reading comments. I love connecting with you guys. Let's connect. Let's build this community. And I truly want to thank you guys for continuing to help me build the Lights to Seats platform. Continue to grow it. It doesn't matter how many listens. It could be one listener. I know that I touched the heart today. And don't forget about our shoe giveaway, valued at $150. And this giveaway this time is only being offered to my Canadians and Jamaican listeners. Next time, it will be opened globally. So, guys, please continue to share the giveaway. If you know somebody in Canada or you know somebody in Jamaica that could really use a new pair of shoes, or you know somebody that needs to take a step in a different direction, a step into their healing, a step into their calling, a step into acknowledging themselves, a step into saying yes to themselves, share the giveaway information to them. Go and visit the Lights to Seats podcast on Instagram and on TikTok, Lights to Seats, Jen Simpson, whichever one you want to search up, you will find me on there, and join the giveaway, reshare. Until next time, please continue to live in your truth. Even if your truth means saying it back to yourself 1,000 times until you're ready to loudly and boldly speak it. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jen Simpson. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.